Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Miss Lutfi. My name is Rahmadina Amri. My student number is 202411020115. In this presentations, I will analyze my lesson plan entitled Teaching English Through Literature Using Thank You Ma'am by Langston Hughes. This lesson plan is designed for grade 10, such as grade 10, senior high school, and integrate the four language skills. Before explaining my lesson plan, I would like to explain why literature is important in English. Literature provides authentic language, meaningful context, and opportunity for students to improve their language skills. According to theory by Lazar 1993, he said the literature provides authentic materials that motivate learner and encourage meaningful language use. The pedagogical implication in literature is helping students learn English through authentic texts while developing language proficiency, critical thinking, empathy, and intercultural understanding. The lesson the lesson plan analysis and justifications. For my lesson plan, I choose Thank You Ma'am by Langston Hughes. I select this short story because it's suitable for grade 10 senior high school because the language is simple and the story is short and it contains meaningful themes such as kindness, trust, and second change. These themes are relevant to teenagers and encourage them to reflect on positive value while improving their language skills. This is the lesson plan overview. The overall structure of my lesson plan. The lesson plan begin with the opening activity followed by listening skills, reading skills, speaking skill, and writing skills. Also, there are have assessment and closing. Uh, I organize the lesson plan for receptive skills to productive skills. Students first receive language inputs through listening and reading, then use their understanding to communicate through speaking and writing. This sequence helps students build confidence before producing their own language. For the listening activity, I use three phases such as pre-listening, while listening, and post-listening. In the pre-listening, students is observe pictures, pictures of Roger and Miss and the teachers, and then learn key vocabulary, and then the student predict the story. In the while listening, a student is listen to the beginning of Thank You Ma'am and also identify the character, setting, and the main problem. The post listening, the student is compare answer and then check the predictions, and the teachers give a feedback for their answer. The pedagogical rationale, it helps students to active their prior knowledge and support listening comprehension, build contextual understanding, and also prepare students for reading. The supporting theory is by Andrew Wood, 1989. The pre-listening activate learner prior knowledge and facilitate listening comprehensions. And the second skill I use is reading. The pre-reading, the student distribute the short story and then predict the ending of the story. In the while reading, students read the story individually and they are highlight the unfamiliar vocabulary and then complete a worksheet and identifying. In the post reading, teacher review the student answer and then the students is discuss why didn't Miss Jones call the police. The pedagogical rationale is promote literary analysis, develop critical thinking, interpret literary elements, and construct meaning from the context. The supporting theory is by Lazar 1993 is a literature encourage learner to interpret text critically and engage with meaning beyond literal comprehension. Next is speaking skills analysis. And the speaking analysis in the pre-speaking is student make a pair and then assign the roles, and then while speaking, students perform a dialogue between Roger and Miss Jones, use expressions like I think, in my opinion, and I agree because blah blah blah. And then the post-speaking, a student is performance, and then teacher give feedback for their performer, and then the student make a simple reflections with their partner. And the pedagogical rationale is foster communicate competence and encourage collaborative interaction, express and justify opinion, and explore character perspective. The supporting theory is by Harmer to 207. The role play provide meaningful opportunity for communication and develop students communicate and competence. And the last activity I use is writing skills. In the pre-writing, student is brainstorm what lessons did Roger learn, and then the while writing, students make reflections 100 until 120 words relate the story to personal experience, and then the post writing is make a peer feedback, and then the teacher give feedback for their reflections writing. And the pedagogical rationale is organize ideas through brainstorming, connect literature with personal experience, and develop reflective writing skills. And then also the improve writing through peer feedback. The supporting theory is by Helen 2003 is effective writing developed through planning, drafting, and feedback. So this is the assessment overview. The listening comprehension is instrument by worksheet, and then reading instrument by literary analysis worksheet, and speaking is instrument by role play, and writing assessment is reflection rubric. So the assessment align with the learning objective and evaluate both student language skills and literary understanding through formative and performance by assessment. So the conclusion is teaching English through literature enables students to improve listening, strengthen reading comprehensions, develop speaking confidence, and then also enhance writing skills, while also fostering is critical thinking, empathy, cultural awareness, and literary appreciation. So, thank you, ma'am, is not only a literary text but also a meaningful learning resource that integrate language learning with character educations. So, I think that's all about my presentations today. Thank you for the listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.